Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cardboard Crawlers RC channel. Just out for a little Friday evening cruise. I got the Maz Designs comp buggy out there and my first build, the C10. That's my basher. That thing's probably going to be a rock racer eventually. I mean, she's tough. She's pretty rough. Got some Maz rings on there, all kinds of Endura parts, and I'm running the Crawler Master MT tires on both of these rigs. I seem to like those tires. They get a little, when they get a little dirty, they get a little slick, but you know, just clean them up with some Windex or Blue Dawn soap and water. But yeah, you know, happy Friday to you all. Once again, if you like this content, please show the algorithm that you do like it by subscribing or hitting the like button and comment. I love comments. I'll try to respond to you or give you a thumbs up on most of them. This little section is still under construction right here, and I'm just, that rock that I kept nosing into is definitely not going to be there much longer. I think actually in the next frame I actually move it. I spin it 180 degrees. I don't know, maybe I don't, I can't remember. I do something in here. I do a little change up. But yeah, I've gone to the Goodies rubber bands on a couple of my rigs just to see how it is. I think I have to change the springs to make it more effective so that the springs are actually pushing away from the rubber band tension, just to, you know, give it a little bit more usable suspension. Right now I just don't feel like it's doing exactly what I want it to. Maybe change the size. I know one of these I'm running the smalls on, the comp buggy, the blue and white comp buggy, running the small bands, and I think on this rig I'm running the medium size. There's 3 or 4 sizes in these packages, and I'm gonna split them all up and put them in separate baggies here when I feel like it. Kind of took a day to myself today and just had a relaxing, not do any yard work, not do much. I didn't even blow off the course before I got started today. So there's a few pine needles. I kind of pick them out as I go, and then I get a couple caught up. There's one caught up there now, and I just pull them out as necessary. And when I know I'm coming through a section, like I've said before, I just change it up a little bit. So yeah, you know, having a nice October so far. The weather was cool right after the hurricane. Blew in some cool air, or sucked it in from up north, and now it warmed back up. It's been like 80, 82 degrees the past couple days, and I heard it's supposed to cool back down to high 60s tomorrow, maybe low 70s. I'm not sure, but you know, fall is in the air. Winter is coming. I'm trying to get prepared for my winter gig, and you know, I don't have to pack very much just because I keep a whole. I have a friend out in California, and he has a big piece of property, and I have a little storage there. I leave my snowboarding gear, most of my housewares that I need for my employee housing, and you know, my work kit, as far as boots and pants and uniform jackets and that, you know, just warm, cold weather gear. And, so yeah, I don't really need to take much. I'm going to take some cars with me. I'm going to take the 4 cars that are truly mine, but 4 others that are in my fleet are my nephews. They just happen to be at my house right now because they are busy over at their house and just didn't need the added distraction. Back to school and whatnot. People visiting the house and all that. They just didn't need a bunch of extra stuff there. You know, they're 9, 7, and 5, so there's a pretty good selection of toys over there, and you just add this stuff to it, and controls, and you know, you got a 5-year-old trying to charge LiPo batteries, and it's just a kind of a nightmare. So, yeah, they're at my house right now. The rigs, that is. So yeah, this is my little log bridge coming up, or my log ramp. I don't know what we want to call this. I did used to have a tunnel. If you look in the background, there's a turquoise piece of PVC back there. It used to be here, and it's going to go over in that other section. I'm going to put it through a little dirt hill or something, have rocks piled on it. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, having a good time. I finally got some really good sleep last night. Slept at least 9 hours, so that was good. I was kind of haven't been sleeping that great lately, and just, you know, thinking about the drive and trying to coordinate where I'm gonna, you know, be at and what days, and you know, I'd like to go visit Texoma, and I'd like to visit GNCRC on my way out. And, I don't know if I'm gonna make the November 5th run that Grizzly Works is going to, but yeah, it's still undecided. That's still a little ways away, but it's amazing how fast a week flies by in my time. I actually meant to order stickers all week long, every single day. It popped into my head, and I still haven't put the order in with Spaz Prints. If you are looking for stickers and you have a good logo, check them out, Spaz Prints. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram, and yeah, get a hold of them. If you can't find them, look for... No, my mind's drawing a blank right now, but it'll come to me. So yeah, like I said, just out for a little evening crawl. Beautiful time out there. There's Blue Dog in the background, always chilling. And yeah, this is the bamboo bridge. It's a little messed up right now. I used wire ties, and then as the bamboo shrank, it kind of... some of those move around and make gaps too big for some of the tires that we run, but these seem to do okay over it. I'll make some changes in the spring, or I doubt I'll do anything before I leave, because it works, you know, for now. Some of these spots that we're getting into right here are unfinished areas, and so the wheeling is pretty tough. I think I have a actual hand of God coming up on the blue rig. So yeah, anyway, it's a beautiful day in my neighborhood, that's for dang sure. And you know, it's always nice to be able to get out there and, you know, have a good time wheeling. Love wheeling. Bull Gear RC is who I was trying to think of. If you can't get a hold of Spaz Prints for stickers, try and find Bull Gear. He's on YouTube and Instagram and whatnot, Facebook probably as well. I myself am only on YouTube these days. Probably need to get an Instagram page. Comment in the comments if you think I need to get an Instagram page. I do love taking photos, so I do have a ton of still photos saved up of my rigs. Some of them when I first started building, I just took a lot of stills because I didn't have a YouTube channel, or I had a YouTube channel because I used to do some drone photography, but I didn't use it for RC cars until about 2 months after I got started. But it's been fun. I am up to 300 subscribers, a solid 300. It kind of fluctuated there for a day or two, and it seems like I'm at 300 now. And, so it's great, you know, everybody in India watching, and Indonesia watching, and anybody in the US. Hey, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate your viewership, and it's a fun ride, and these trucks are just super awesome, and they can be used, you know, like I got indoor courses and I got this outdoor course, and you know, like you could build this course up and make it a 10th scale course, but I don't have any 10th scale rigs. I just run these 24s, and I'm having a blast with them. You know, I've built 8 of these things. I think I've purchased 7 of the 8, and my brother-in-law bought one. And it's just a blast, man. That I built, like I said, about 7 of these, and I probably would only been able to build 1.5 really nice 10th scales, with the ability that for the scale that these have. These are pretty capable trucks. I have 2 Maz Designs chassis built up, this being one of them that's spinning tires and struggling right now. But she's a runner. I don't know if I'm sold on the rubber bands, but they seem to be working. I just need to, like do a real test, like drive it through a section, set some gates, no rubber bands, do the same section with rubber bands, and really get a feel for if they are really helping. I mean, I know that it brings it sucks it down a little bit, but I just don't know if I'm fighting the tension of them too much and not getting enough use out of enough downforce out of the shocks to compensate. So, well, I'll figure that as I go. It's work in progress. These have only been around a few years now, and so everybody's sharing ideas and changing. The SCX 24 community is large, and it seems like there's a lot of support out there. I do have a Grizzly Works LCG chassis I want to put in my C10. I purchased one for it, a version 2. Check him out on Etsy. He makes super cool stuff. He's a great human, and I can't say enough about his stuff. I have some of them, the LCG kits, on a couple of Gladiators that we have, and I put the sliders on them as well, and they rock. They're just, it's a great design. I mean, $9 sliders, they bolt right in. There's no fuss, no muss. Gladiator. He doesn't make them yet for the smaller wheelbases, but they're great. It's just it's a really good way to go. Inexpensive, and I mean, he ships as fast as Amazon. I literally ordered something on a Wednesday and it showed up on a Friday. I can't say enough about his product, as well as the Maz Design stuff. It's awesome. He does a great job. I have 4 or 5 sets of the beadlock rings, all with the scale hardware on there. The scale hardware, we were just talking about this the other night. It's amazing. Like, we don't know how they make it, if they forge it or they machine it. I mean, it's minuscule. It's not even a millimeter wide, so but they bite, they bite the rock, and they got that nice sharp edge hex nut, and they get after it. They look great. And you can use them other places, like you can use them for short bolts in your frames and whatnot if you wanted to. I'm sure, but I just have them set up on my wheels on the beadlock rings, and they look great. They perform well, and you get about a set and a half for $8 with the tool to install them. So check them out, mazdesigns.com, and check out Grizzly Works. I don't know if it's a .com, but I know he's on Etsy. Thanks for coming. Cardboard Crawlers, out.